In the heart of the whispering woods, where ancient trees touched the sky and the air hummed with unseen life, lived Mika, a monkey with a spirit as bright as his fiery red fur. Unlike his boisterous kin, Mika found solace in quiet observation, often perched high on a sun-dappled branch, watching the world unfold beneath him. One sweltering afternoon, a tremor ran through the jungle floor. Not the usual rumble of a distant storm, but a slow, rhythmic thud. It was Elara, a venerable elephant, whose tusk gleamed like polished ivory and whose eyes held the wisdom of 1,000 seasons. Elara was known throughout the jungle for her gentle nature and her deep, resonant calls that carried messages across miles. Yet, she was also a solitary creature, her immense size and quiet demeanor often keeping others at a respectful distance. Mika, however, felt an inexplicable pull towards her. Their first true interaction was born of necessity. A flash flood, sudden and violent, roared through a low-lying part of the jungle, trapping several smaller creatures, including a family of otters on a shrinking island of land. Mika, with his agility, could only watch in despair, his chattering cries useless against the raging water. It was Elara who, with calm determination, waded into the torrent. Her colossal body acted as a living dam, diverting the fiercest currents, while the otters, guided by her gentle nudges, swam to safety. Mika, witnessing this act of selfless heroism, felt a profound respect blossom within him. From that day forward, an unusual friendship began to bloom. Mika, with his nimble movements, became Elara's eyes and ears in the canopy, spotting ripe fruits on high branches or warning her of approaching predators long before she could scent them. He'd chatter excitedly, pointing with a tiny finger, and Elara, with a soft rumble, would carefully lower her trunk to allow him to gather the choicest morsels. In turn, Elara became Mika's protector. When a predatory jaguar once cornered Mika far from his troop, Elara's thundering charge and trumpeting roar sent the sleek hunter fleeing, leaving Mika trembling but safe beside his colossal friend. Their bond wasn't just practical, it was deeply emotional. Mika, perched on Elara's broad head, would regale her with tales of his mischievous exploits, his voice a rapid-fire stream of chirps and giggles. Elara would listen patiently, her large ears occasionally twitching in amusement, her rumbling responses a soothing balm to Mika's restless energy. They found a shared joy in the simple rhythms of the jungle. The first dew-kissed dawn, the rustle of leaves in the evening breeze, the distant call of a nightingale. Elara would often stand sentinel while Mika slept nestled between her massive feet, his tiny body safe within her shadow. But the whispering woods faced a new threat. A blight, a creeping vine of an unnatural, suffocating green began to spread, choking the life out of ancient trees and poisoning the river. The jungle grew sickly, its vibrant hues fading, its joyful sounds dwindling to a whisper. The elder animals, despairing, spoke of an ancient prophecy. When the small find strength in the great, and the great finds vision in the small, the heart of the jungle shall be renewed. Many scoffed, unable to fathom such an unlikely pairing. Mika and Elara, however, felt the blight's insidious touch more keenly than most. Elara, reliant on the water, found herself weakened by its tainted flow. Mika, watching his beloved jungle wither, felt a fear he had never known. One evening, under a sky choked with a sickly haze, Mika recalled an old legend his grandmother had told him of a hidden spring high in the treacherous silent peaks whose waters possessed the power to cleanse. But the peaks were a perilous journey, rife with jagged cliffs and venomous creatures. "We must go, Elara," Mika chattered with his voice laced with determination. "To the silent peaks, to the cleansing spring." Elara, despite her weakening state, recognized the desperation in his voice. With a weary but resolute nod, she began the arduous journey. The path was brutal. Elara's immense weight made climbing the slippery slopes a dangerous undertaking, and Mika, though agile, struggled to find purchase on the sheer rock faces. It was a testament to their unwavering bond that they persevered. Mika, scampering ahead, would find the safest footholds for Elara, guiding her with frantic gestures. Elara, with her powerful trunk, would clear paths, dislodging boulders that blocked their way, and even lift Mika over impassable crevices. They faced venomous snakes that Mika bravely distracted, while Elara's mighty footfalls sent them scurrying. They endured a frigid storm high in the peaks, where Elara's vast body shielded Mika from the biting wind. Days blurred into nights, marked by exhaustion and dwindling hope. Finally, through a swirling mist, Mika spotted it, a faint shimmer, a tiny waterfall cascading into a crystal-clear pool, the cleansing spring. With renewed vigor, Elara lumbered forward, her trunk dipping into the untouched waters. As she drank, a visible light seemed to emanate from her, a vibrant energy coursing through her immense form. Mika, too, drank deeply, feeling the revitalizing power course through his small body. But their task wasn't done. They knew the spring's power needed to reach the entire jungle. Together, they began the descent, Elara carrying Mika on her head, her steps lighter, her spirit renewed. As they neared the Whispering Woods, Mika, with a plan born of desperation and ingenuity, began to gather large, hollowed-out gourds he'd spotted on their journey. He filled them with the spring water, and then, with a mighty swing of Elara's trunk, they sent the gourds soaring through the canopy, splashing the life-giving liquid onto the blighted trees. It wasn't enough. They needed more, much more. Then, Mika had an idea. He directed Elara to a clearing where a vast, ancient baobab tree stood, its hollow trunk a natural reservoir. With immense effort, Elara began to spray the precious water from her trunk onto the roots of the tree, and slowly, miraculously, the baobab tree began to absorb it, acting as a conduit. The water, infused with the spring's magic, began to spread through the jungle's intricate root system, carrying life to every corner. Days turned into weeks. The blight began to recede, its sickly green replaced by vibrant emerald. Flowers bloomed with renewed vigor. The river flowed clear and clean, and the songs of birds returned to the Whispering Woods. The jungle, once teetering on the brink, was reborn. Mika and Elara, no longer just friends, but saviors, were revered by all creatures. The prophecy had come true. The small Mika, with his keen vision and quick wit, had found strength in the great Elara, with her immense power and steadfast heart. And the great Elara had found vision and purpose in the small. Their friendship, once an anomaly, became a legend, a testament to the fact that the most profound bonds can form in the most unexpected of pairings, and that even the smallest among us can ignite the greatest change. And so, in the heart of the revitalized Whispering Woods, the monkey and the elephant continued their quiet, extraordinary friendship, a living embodiment of the jungle's enduring magic.